big story that we have for you, and this is about what's cooking ahead of assembly elections in Tamil Nadu as far as the Congress party is concerned. Viewers, ahead of the Tamil Nadu assembly polls, Congress party is holding a big strategy meeting in the national capital today. Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge and KC Venugopal are in this meeting with Tamil Nadu Congress leaders to finalize the seat sharing issue, alliance plans, overall their campaign strategy for Tamil Nadu. Let's go across to my colleague Niyamika joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Niyamika, good evening. Can you tell us a little bit more about the agenda of this particular meeting? When did it start? What can we expect after the meeting gets over?
Well, this is a crucial meeting which is being called by the Congress High Command here in the national capital, where all the senior leaders of Tamil Nadu Congress are attending this particular meeting at Indira Bhavan, which is the Congress party's headquarters, as this meeting is headed by the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, as well as Rahul Gandhi and KC Venugopal are also being present, in which there is going to be a discussion about the election preparation by the Congress party in the state of Tamil Nadu, as we have seen in the recent past that how there is a continuous pressure being mounted by various Congress leaders. Specifically, if we talk about the Congress party's Lok Sabha MP, Mr. Manickam Tagore, demanding a power share within the state of Tamil Nadu. Basically, the Congress party is just want an assurance from the DMK that this time not just the number of seats should be increased, but also there should be a power sharing with the Congress party, which must be announced by the DMK even before the assembly elections. And that is the reason why various tweets, various statements have been given by the Congress leaders, including the Congress MP, Mr. Manickam Tagore, who is also being present here, as basically the Congress party is trying to mount pressure upon the DMK by saying that they cannot always work being the 12th man in the state of Tamil Nadu, as this is basically their right to have a power share within the state of Tamil Nadu, as basically they are stating that last time the way in which Congress party has performed, it is basically upon the DMK to make sure that the due respect should be given to the Congress workers, as they are basically stating that there should not be dominance which needs to be shown by the DMK, and that is the only reason that firstly it was the Tamil Nadu Congress in charge, Mr. Girish Chodankar, who has given a timeline for the DMK to ensure that there should be a proper discussion upon the seat sharing, but also there should be an assurance which needs to be given by the DMK that there will be power sharing with the Congress party if the DMK Congress alliance will win the upcoming assembly elections. As we have seen that how there were several statements being given by the Congress leaders, including Rahul Gandhi, where there is a kind of inclination towards the TVK. That is also being seen, the way in which Congress party has stood behind Vijay during the time when Karur stampede taken place, as well as when the questioning was being done by the CBI.
Please stay on with us. A lot of issues on the agenda as far as this crucial meeting is concerned. My colleague Dharini also joins us on the broadcast. Dharini, stay with us. Niyamika continues to be with us as well. There are some more updates that we are getting for our viewers as far as the story is concerned. Congress party, as Niyamika told us, and Dharini also has been reporting for quite some time, has been pushing for greater power sharing with DMK in Tamil Nadu, which means getting seats as well. And they've cited long-standing alliance between both parties, but DMK has remained a bit reluctant so far. We spoke with Karthi Chidambaram ahead of this crucial meeting. Here's what he said.
Several leaders of the Congress party, including yourself, you say that of course the Congress of course wants sharing power because every political party wants to be part of the government. They want to serve the people. But what we understand from the DMK is that they seem pretty uncomfortable with this demand. I. Perisami told that there won't be any sharing power.
See, people are airing their views, and I said this is not a unique or a very strange expectation. Every political party has the same expectation all over the world. Eventually, we come to an understanding, will be a mutual discussion, but people are free to air their views.
Has this view been communicated to the Central High Command in Congress?
As you are listening to the views, I'm sure the Central High Command is also listening to the views.
So that was the reaction we got from Karthi Chidambaram ahead of this meeting that my colleague Dharini got for us. Dharini, what is the view of DMK, especially ahead of this meeting, on this meeting?
DMK seems pretty uncomfortable uncomfortable with this demand because most of the senior leaders of the DMK, they refrain from commenting to the media about the demand coming in from the Congress. Just a week back, we saw a remark by DMK Minister I. Peresami. He told that the DMK has never shared power with any of its alliance partners since 1967. That has always been the norm. So this time also, in case if their alliance wins the election, the DMK will not be sharing the power is what I. Peresami has told. So in fact, he's the only leader to come out in open and to make some kind of a comment about this entire controversy. Apart from I. Peresami, all other leaders of the DMK and especially the first family of the DMK, they remain tight-lipped on this demand from the Congress. So it remains to be seen what the DMK is going to say on this entire meeting that is currently unfolding in Delhi. But what we can sense from the ground is that the DMK seems pretty uncomfortable with this demand because since 1967, since they came to power for the first time in Tamil Nadu, they've never really shared the power with any of its alliance partners, not even once it has happened. So in 2026, the DMK still will want to continue that streak and they'll not want to share power is what we can sense from the ground. But this time the Congress is having another option. They have Vijay's Tamila Katchi Kalagam, and what we've been seeing for the past 1 month is that both TVK and the Congress, they've been sending out feelers to each other. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, he put out a tweet in support of Jananayagan, Vijay's last movie, and he was the first person to call Mr. Vijay post the Karur Stampede. And likewise in TVK also, several second-level leaders, they've been praising the Congress, and they've been telling that when the right time comes, Congress will shift to their side. That is what they've been telling. So it looks like both of them, they have some sort of an understanding at the surface level, but whether it will turn out to be an alliance or something, that remains to be seen.
Right. Stay on with us, Harini. In fact, more updates coming in at this point in time, and ahead of this particular meeting and ahead of arriving, in fact, at the meeting venue, Congress MP Manikam Tagore dropped a hint, stating Congress party should not compromise on its rights. He also stated that sentiments of cadre must be respected. For more on this, let me go back to my colleague Niyamika. Niyamika, as Dharini was also telling us that Congress party has been, sending some very interesting statements which are being seen as messages for actor turned Neta Vijay, who's also becoming a very important factor in Tamil Nadu politics. And now you have Manikam Tagore also saying that, Congress shouldn't compromise on rights. So are we also likely to see perhaps a plan B? If DMK says no seat sharing, no sharing of power, will Congress unfriend DMK and perhaps look at, an alliance with TVK?
Well, Hina, it seems like these are all pressure tactics which is being opted by the Congress party, as we have seen that the Congress party had announced a committee that particular committee was being formed at the state level for the negotiation talks with the DMK, and at that point in time it was the Tamil Nadu Congress in charge, Girish Chodankar, who has given a timeline of December 15 to the DMK to finalize not just about the seats but also about the demand which they have put forward of having a power share in the state of Tamil Nadu. But till now there is no official word which has come from the DMK side, and that is the only reason why it seems like the Congress party has now chosen another option as the way in which they are showing inclination towards TVK. Not just the state leaders, but in fact the way in which Rahul Gandhi has also made his stand very clear, the way in which he has stood behind Vijay, whether it is about his own movie or during the time when the Karur Stampede had taken place, it was Rahul Gandhi who had made a phone call to Vijay. This all shows that the Congress party is also trying to put pressure upon the DMK that we also have an alternative with us. But if we talk about the sources within the Congress party, they are basically stating that this particular alliance is intact only because Stalin is very close to Rahul Gandhi. But this demand is from the Congress workers. This demand is from the Congress cadre, and that is the reason why they are basically stating that an assurance needs to be given by the DMK that there will be ministerial positions which will be given to the Congress party if they will come to power in these assembly elections.
So, that actually brings us to another important point. Will the High Command listen to the cadre, people on the ground, or people who are close to the High Command? That remains to be seen, because in Bihar at least, cadre wanted something else and High Command did not listen to those appeals that were coming in from the cadre, and eventually we all saw what happened with the Congress party in Bihar. So we'll see what happens in this particular meeting. Thank you very much, both of you, for the moment, for joining us with your inputs on this story. Meanwhile, on one hand, Congress party is holding this very crucial strategy meeting in the national capital. DMK, on the other hand, is also busy with its own set of agendas. So is AIADMK. And the latest is AIADMK has unveiled its first set of poll promises. Party has announced cash aid for women-led families, free bus travel for men, rural housing and job schemes, and a bike subsidy for women, aiming to woo rural as well as women voters. Let's go back to Dharini, who continues to be with us at this point in time. Dharini, free bus travel for men?
Well, today is ADMK founder MG Ramachandran's birth anniversary, and today ADMK General Secretary Edappadi Palaniswamy has announced his first set of poll promises. So the first promise that he is making is that if the ADMK alliance comes to power, all the women heads of families who hold a ration card, they'll be getting a monthly monetary assistance of rupees 2,000. Now remember, the DMK government in Tamil Nadu, they're already giving a monthly monetary assistance of rupees 1,000 rupees to more than 1 crore women. The ADMK wants to increase this amount to 2,000 rupees. So the second poll promise is that the buses in cities, the government buses in cities, they'll be offering a free bus service to not only women but also men. So the existing DMK government in Tamil Nadu has introduced a free bus service plan for women. Now the ADMK wants to extend this to men too. So if the ADMK alliance comes to power, both men and women, they'll be able to travel in the city buses free of cost. So this is promise number 2. And promise number 3 is that the ADMK is telling that if they come to power, the rural job guarantee scheme will be extended to 150 days. Recently, the Union BJP government announced the extension of this scheme from 100 days to 125 days. The ADMK says that they'll further increase it to 150 days. And the fourth poll promises free concrete houses for homeless people both in rural and urban areas. And the last and final poll promise is that 5 lakh women from Tamil Nadu, they'll be able to get a two-wheeler for a price subsidy of 25,000 rupees. So these are the 5 key poll promises made by ADMK. Of course, this is just the first set of poll promises. And many more promises.
This is the beginning, more promises to follow to woo voters of Tamil Nadu by AIADMK. Thank you, Dharini, for the moment, for joining us with your inputs on this story. From Tamil Nadu, let's shift our focus to what's happening in Karnataka. Amid buzz of a